Eagle with a quick 5 count here. Welcome to You'll Never Walk Alone.
Final countdown.
It is. It's our final show here. Welcome to You'll Never Walk Alone, where Terry Tam and I will recap the Div 5 playoffs and preview the Final Four here. You can follow us at Terry Tam FPF.
Yes.
Don't follow his other account because he wrote something very vile about his phone and what he does with the phone photos. Eagle FPF. And
Follow
of
me
course,
at Terry Time. It was pretty funny.
Mocon anything. I actually got turned off. I couldn't eat my breakfast for about 10 minutes. Reading that tweet.
Terry Time. Just follow me at Terry Time.
Oh,
You'll
God.
enjoy it.
No, we won't. Let's go quickly over the Saturday games that we had. Some upsets indeed. Gianfranco Renato.
Upset City.
It was. Gianfranco Renato, Max Carnage rids himself of the Demons with the last play touchdown over Sphinx. I was happy for him. I was like, good for him.
Yeah.
He almost got sacked for a loss. And pulled Joe Montana / Eli Manning / Jameis Winston and made a great throw in the back of the end zone. Good for him, I guess.
Yeah. It was a Super Bowl.
His Super Bowl.
It was his Super Bowl.
Yeah, so we'll talk about why that was it. That was all. In your mind, looking at the Keyport Law Griffins game here, if
Gianfranco is an Eli Manning without a championship, though. He is. That's a good point, Eagle.
that's a great point. You pulled Eli on Saturday and pulled Eli on Monday.
Yeah, exactly.
You look at Keyport Lock, they were decimated by the fact that a lot of the guys were observing the Jewish holiday Passover.
Yes.
You think Yoni Layer would have made a difference against Griffins?
I don't know if it would have made a difference in terms of the score, but it would have kept them a little closer. I mean, I don't know. It's Yoni is a weapon that not a lot of teams have, and not a lot of teams have the advantage of having. You know what I mean? He's really good. He's big. He's not so fast, but he catches everything. It wouldn't have been 41-20. I can almost guarantee that. But it would have been a loss either.
Right. Surprised that Golden Flashes skunked their game against the U.
No, I'm not surprised. I've been talking about them skunking all year, and I had actually picked the U. And
shake and bake, man.
yeah, I picked the U, and I'm not surprised. They've been overrated all year. They've had a few good games, like a nice streak, and they won their conference. They won the division. Good for them, but they had a very soft schedule. I'm not surprised.
After Saturday's results, did you think that LVF would be the favorites heading into the Monday games in your mind?
Well, they weren't the favorites.
But they were the most impressive team. We thought, that they would be the most dangerous team.
Yeah, they were the most underrated team going into the playoffs in general.
Right, and I thought they could have really made a deep run.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, it was a close game, and we'll talk about it after the Monday night game. But I'm a huge fan of LVF. I hope to see them soon. And I'm not surprised that they beat GLC. The implosion of Kevin Lubin happened. Evident.
Yes. All right, let's go through the weekday recap here. Griffins, Jagerbomb. The Bombs went 37-19. Keep in mind, Griffins, and I know some people from the media wrote, what a win by Jagerbombs. Well, for those who weren't there.
Oh, yeah.
For those who weren't there, they were missing players. In your mind, Terry, if those missing players that were not there in the loss on Monday, would they have made a difference? And we'd be talking about Griffins
one player
forward?
in particular would be Conor O'Brien. Him missing the game is huge.
Concordia commitment.
He had to go play. He's by far their best player. They only had 6 guys. They went 6 guys the entire game against the Jagerbomb team that had, I think they had 9 or 10. So they had fresh legs. Not that Griffins can't handle it. I mean, they're athletic enough. They're young guys too. But you can tell that Kevin Paul was by himself the entire game. He had a great game individually, but he couldn't do everything. And even though they were down and it looked like they can never catch back up, they were still in the game. And Alex Papich, of the star
Critical,
that he is,
3 INTs
exactly.
Though.
Yeah, it sucks. I mean, your coverage isn't there. You're trying to force the ball deep at some points, and but your big deep threat isn't there. You're relying on Kevin Paul and Joe Cano to go deep. It's not ideal. In
your mind, was it a matter of Simon Duchesne in the zone? Because he was fantastic when we were watching the game on the sidelines.
Simon Duchesne was in the zone. Their offense is very methodical. It's a lot of short passes, and then they just hit one in a corner deep. You know what I mean? Or he'll use his legs, he'll roll around, and then he'll throw it deep. I was very impressed. I was very impressed with their offense, the way they worked, the way they just shut down certain things that the Griffins gave them. The Griffins gave them certain things, they took advantage of it.
You think it was too early for the Jagerbombs to take team photos, like as if they want? And for those who don't know,
I mean, your parents, yeah. So if you follow Mocon on Twitter
or Terry Tam
or me on Twitter, you'll notice
we posted a picture on the FPF main page where I wrote, "Did they win the title?" I had no idea.
I don't know. I didn't see a trophy anywhere around.
They were taking photos.
They're excited though.
I mean, yeah, they're excited, right? They're the hottest team right now. They're on a 7 or 8 game winning streak as we speak.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a little early to do that.
Well, I mean, their parents are there watching the game.
Yeah, but they're going to be there this Sunday. I mean, why not? Just take it on Sunday.
Whatever. You never know.
Saturday.
Maybe they can't make it on Sunday.
Oh, on a weekend, yeah. I could come on a weeknight.
Maybe they can't make it on a Saturday.
Freaking Orthodox Easter.
Yeah, Orthodox Easter. 5:00 for the finals
Maybe
or whatever
Terry
it
can't
is.
make it.
I won't make it. I'm not going to be there. I'm beating lambs, son. If I was playing.
Are you slaughtering the lamb in the backyard?
No, we don't have a big enough family to do that. I used to do that, though.
Oh, man, yeah.
So, yeah, I don't think it was true. I think it was kind of cute. Your parents come and watch the game. You take a picture. They were very excited, though. They were very excited. Maybe it was a little too much.
Griffins, mystical golden opportunity to run the table in Div 5.
Yes, they did. But it's just in terms of their guys weren't there. You can't fault them for that. I mean, everybody has commitments. It's not your life, FPF, right? Everybody has a life outside of FPF.
Some other people, it is their life.
Yeah.
Yeah, what kind?
GM. McCurtain. But yeah, we all
Curtin McDoug. We all have somebody different.
The U Cougars. The U wins 24-19. It is shake and bake time, my friend.
Shake and bake. Yeah, he's a beast, this guy.
This guy controlled the game, didn't he?
Yeah.
Running the ball, catching the ball, making plays in defense.
Maybe get a smaller ball, though. I feel like his hands are too small at the palm, and I told you, he holds it really awkwardly. So get a smaller ball if you want to throw it.
Look, I thought he was fantastic. Abramovich also was very good for them. Their defense played well.
Zlatan?
No.
No? All right, cool.
No. He's playing in Paris.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Armino,
Rumors, though.
Yeah, he may come to MLS. Armino Adiluka, did he pick the wrong time to have a bad game? A lot of drop balls and missed time plays. I mean, he had a chance to win it on the last drive and couldn't convert.
Couldn't do it. Tony Tesla showing up like 5 to 10 minutes late, whatever. It's not the end of the world. Didn't take advantage of Gino Conforti. Gino Conforti was open a lot of the time. Didn't really take advantage of him. Tony Testa, they used them late. He had a few catches for like 7 yards, like really like a fake deep and coming back like a hook and go. And I don't know. They didn't use their offense properly. They didn't use their weapons. I feel like Minio, he panicked a little bit towards the end and he was getting pissed. And I know that they're upset with a few calls from the refs, but we'll see what happens.
You think yes or no, the Cougars came in overconfident? I thought they did.
I think so too.
Home field advantage.
Home field advantage, man.
Home field advantage. And they blamed me saying you jinxed us. I go, look, buddy, that's a typical St. Leonard thing to do, choking the crunch time.
That's it. I know these things.
Junior Cougars, right? They always choke in the.
I know these things. I played for the Mustangs 2002. We beat them in the finals.
Exactly. They always choke. Yeah. Anyway.
Tony Tesla's on that team. So was Spera. So was Memes. So was CJ.
Yeah. And they all choked.
I don't know. Yeah, exactly.
Jays, Max Carnes. Jays get a big one, 40-6. Yes, was this game over at coin toss?
Oh, man.
It was over in warm-ups, I think.
Oh, I don't know about that because you have to give Maximum Carnage a little bit of credit, but just
Brian Mongeau was the only guy that played.
Yeah, he's the only guy that really showed up there.
Yeah.
Kevin Gustani was frustrated, man. He was frustrated. He was the guy I told you that was going to break this game, that should break this game for them to win. But he was frustrated, man. He just couldn't do anything. He couldn't stop them. Hyman Long manhandled that defense.
How impressive was he, though? I thought he was very fantastic.
He was sitting back there, throwing bombs, throwing shorts, running. He was on fire, man. I was so impressed.
Chad Pennington, the whole thing, man.
Yeah, if you need gloves, message Hyman Long
on Facebook. He'll get them within 24 hours or less.
Yeah.
In your mind, how bad do you feel for Gianfranco Ronaldo? Great game Saturday and a complete dud, and you saw him on the sidelines devastated by this loss.
I feel bad for him. I feel bad because he's a good guy and he does try hard. He had the weapons and just couldn't do it. Gianfranco pulled a Gianfranco in terms of when he's down, he tries to force the ball too much. And he couldn't catch up.
Gators LVF. Gators win 21-20 in seven overtimes.
What a game, man.
Same play over and over again. They couldn't convert. TL2 halves. LVF dominated in the first half but couldn't close out in the second half. Agreed.
Couldn't close in the second half. I find that La Fortune, the quarterback, he really lost his composure. He let the rusher get in his head. He hit his arm a few times. He let the rusher get in his head. And I don't know why. At one point, they pulled him out during the OT, and he didn't throw the ball. I don't know if he was tossed for a few plays.
No, he wasn't. Do you think he was? Do you think that changed the
yeah, 100%. When your quarterback loses his composure, it's done. You're done.
Yeah, he got rattled. But I thought the Gators kind of they played well, but then they just had lapses, and then in overtime they bend but don't break, and they even took an OC after the game was over. I'm like, guys, man.
The Gators are lucky because LVF lost the game for LVF, and Gators did not do anything really well to win this game, especially those 3 converts in a row, same play, going to Kyle Greenbaum. What the hell, man? That's
roll left,
roll left, and throw.
Roll left.
Matt Bashar was giving them plays on the sideline. They weren't even listening to him. Matt Bashar,
They weren't paying attention. Final 4 now. Let's go through the games as we speak. Final four, only one division winner here. We have two teams at 5-4-1, and a third place team that finished at 7-3. Pretty remarkable what we have here.
Yeah.
Gators Jagerbombs. No meeting between these two teams here. In your mind, did the Jagerbomb already have their Super Bowl moments?
You know what this is?
And could this be an emotional hangover for them on Sunday?
This is the last year, the Habs beating the Bruins and then going against the Rangers on a high and losing.
And the reason why I bring this up because they beat Griffins, top tier team, and they were 10 down against DG Goons and win that game.
They came back to win that game.
So you think this could be a letdown for them on Sunday?
Yeah. I mean, Gators are. I've been saying they're the best team in this division. I think that they're going to be able to handle a team like Jagerbombs. They match up better against Jagerbombs. Jagerbomb, they played really well. Don't get me wrong. If they can keep it simple and take the ball away from Gators, then maybe they can win and really drain out the clock.
Right.
I've done that before.
But you think on the flip side that they're so focused that nothing can rattle them, though?
I don't think so. I mean, something can rattle them. You can get in their head. You can get anybody's head.
Well, they take a lot of photos, Jagerbombs.
Only after games, though.
No, even during the games. You got some photographer. Yeah, Nguyen, number 20.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm curious to know if I'm in the background.
Yeah, I was going to say, maybe me and you were in the background.
Maybe,
talking.
we'll ask him.
And Rob.
Maybe. Probably give us, or just guys. Be on the other ends, please. How important will it be on Steve Sanders to protect the football? Because the Jagerbombs had 3 INTs against Griffins, and they were very good against DG Goons. So is this really on Steve Sanders to really be smart at the quarterback position?
I think Steve Sanders he's not as good as Alex Papich is. The only thing is I think that he has more weapons to play with against Jagerbomb. So Papich didn't have any weapons other than Kevin Paul against Jagerbomb. Now they have more weapons against Jagerbomb to be able to distribute the ball and maybe not focus on one person.
Eagle. Okay, we'll give you your pick at the end of the matchup, okay?
Yeah, but
who can match up from the Jagerbombs on defense with Eddie, the Latin Hustle Martinez, who didn't really have a strong game, but still had a presence in the win?
It has to be JF Delos. It has to be him. He's a Div 3 player. He's really good, honestly. Super nice guy as well. He's overall, he's their best defensive player.
We speak of Jeff Delos. Who can match up well with him on the flip side of things from the Gators defense?
Eddie Martinez.
So you think this would be Eddie versus JF matchup on both sides?
I think that it'll be more of Eddie versus Eddie on JF because I think that Jagerbomb uses a system. They don't do matchups. They use more of a system. I feel that Gators do matchups and they'll man up a guy on their best player and say I'm going to shut him down all day, and Eddie's that guy.
I don't know who can match up height wise with Eddie Martinez though.
I don't think so.
It's gonna be tough. It's maybe the photographer can with his camera. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows? Could you envision this game being a shootout or defensive struggle, and who would benefit from a high-scoring affair or low-scoring affair?
A high-scoring affair would be Jagerbomb to benefit from there. A defensive struggle, Gators can shut them down. And that's why I think Gators can be able to win. The Gators, they proved it that they have the ability to keep it close and then win at the end. Jagerbomb, if it goes score for score, then maybe that's when they'll be able to keep it.
So forecaster right now, do you think this is a game that will be very low scoring and a real grind them out game where Sanders is going to control it?
I think that we're going to see the same kind of game that we saw Gators against Les Berchevals, where it's going to be a low scoring game, maybe 3 touchdowns each with an extra point or maybe 2 extra points separating it.
So who needs to step up for the Gators not named Martinez or Sander as a third and fourth options?
I say their defense, just their total defense and their rusher. I forgot his name. I can't think of his name right now. Not Simeone. Simeone's the other guy. But the rusher needs to get inside of Simon Duchesne's head right away. Get at him and get in front of his face. Oh, thanks, Eagle. Number 20, Scott Bailey. Scott Bailey needs to get in front of his head and get in his face, cut off those lanes, those short routes that he likes to throw, those smashes, those in and outs on the sides, cut those off right away. Don't necessarily go for the sack unless it's really there. Cut off his angles and take those sort of short routes away.
Jays, the U. No meeting between these two teams here. Jays, funny enough, they were 0-2 to start off the year, and they finished probably in the toughest division with a great record.
Yeah.
The U started out 1-3, finished 5-4-1. Are they a Cinderella team in your mind?
The Jays?
Yeah. No, the U.
The U? Oh, the U, for sure, they're a Cinderella team. We've been talking about them as they're good, and we've been talking about them a bit. We spoke about Shake and Bake because he's crazy, super athletic. But I'm just really impressed with this team. For sure, the Cinderella team. No one expected them to be this far.
I played them week 1. Immediately, I'm like, these guys are good.
Yeah, exactly. They're really...
Shake and Bake really went circles on you.
And you guys won that game.
Yeah, but we shouldn't have won.
Yeah.
Just like with the Dope Boys, huh? Here's a key stat for you. 5 games in a row, the Jays offense has put up 35-plus points. So they can score points here.
Yeah.
The question is, though, the Jays, are they the San Antonio Spurs of FPF?
No, they're not. We said old guns are.
Well, all guns.
So the
is
Jays are like
age.
more the Indiana Pacers, I guess.
Oh, come what? Because that's your team?
Yeah. Okay, no, you know what? They're more like the Dallas Mavericks. They're more like the Dallas Mavericks.
No, not
yeah,
the
Dallas
Mavericks.
Mavericks.
No, not the Mavericks.
Why are we comparing another sport? This is a soccer freaking named show. We're comparing basketball to flag football.
Okay, are they the Fulham of?
Are they the Stoke City?
Okay, wait. The point I'm bringing up here, they're great, but they have no flair to their style, though.
No flair. Zero flair. Absolutely none.
Woo, Ric Flair.
Woo! Let me give me 2 caps and a Ric Flair. Woo! So white.
That was definitely white.
Well, you're brown.
I am.
What can brown do for you?
UPS. That could be a name of a new podcast in springtime.
I'm not brown, though. GM's more brown than I am, so you
That's
gotta be with
true.
him.
That could be a name for a new podcast, GM.
It sounds like something that we should do.
Wasn't it already the name of your podcast?
May have been.
Yeah.
Shake and bake time. We know what he can do. We spoke about him countless times here. If you're the Jays defense, Cougars went double rush when he went quarterback.
Double rush.
And it failed miserably for
No,
him.
double rush.
But the thing is, though, you got to play
Double
contain,
rush.
though.
Double rush.
But he made his
So
throws.
fine, make contain. Keep a guy in the middle and contain him. Get it on
But
the side.
he made his throws,
So I don't know
though.
what else to do then.
So
I
what do
don't
you
know what
do?
else to tell
If-
Maybe the rushing wasn't good enough.
Well, the Cougars had terrible rushing.
Exactly.
But the thing is, though, for Shake and Bake and trying to stop him as a quarterback.
And they didn't do it every time. They just did it later on when they realized what to do.
But that's the thing, though. If you're the Jays, what do you do? Double rush, keep 4 guys into coverage? Or do you go, here we go, Shake and Bake against our best pass rusher and see what happens?
Maybe that's a good point. But I say double rush. I say double rush, and you get it, and you hit it from the corner. The corner comes and surprises him on the other side, on his opposite throwing side. Sorry, Tom is
a
my
rush. And he's a good rusher, Tom. Tom can...
Oh, okay, that's his name.
Yeah.
I'm kidding, okay.
Josh Bramovich, how important will he be on defense trying to stop Mo Dykman's? He held Testa in check to 40 yards in the win on Tuesday.
I know. I think all those yards were in the second half.
Yeah, they were in the second half.
Yeah, Bramovich is gonna be huge. Mo Dykman didn't even get a lot of balls. I think he caught 1 catch in the game.
In their win, yeah. He had
So
like
the
2
fact that they can
catches.
win without the receiver of the year getting catches, I think it was 2 catches, 21 yards. If they can win the game without the receiver of the year and Mo Dykman's getting bulk of the catches, I mean, it's pretty impressive to me. Josh is gonna be huge in this game for sure.
Well, you look at the Jays defense, right? They have 26 INTs. 4 of them came against Max Carnage. Do you fear their defense more than their offense, given how well they pick off that ball?
No, I don't feel that their defense is better than their offense. I feel that their defense is a André Dusatois, D captain for Jays, worked with them in the off season.
I guess Ego went to the
happy with their
Jays training camp.
Jays training camp.
OTAs.
Ego went to Jays training camp.
He went to
Le
Jays
Boeuf Français. He's very happy with the performance.
October OTAs. You know?
Listen, their defense is very good. The only thing is, I think that their offense scores so much that their defense is able to pick off deep balls and when teams are behind.
Dustin White so far in the playoffs, 24-15 passing. They're 3-0, but he's completed 8 passes per game. How much pressure's on him? Because we know that Jaime Lewan can throw the ball. We saw what he did last week. I fear for Dustin White because if this is
Why
like
do you fear from when they have a system that's in place that's putting them in place to win.
But the thing is that you're
shot.
playing a veteran FPF team like the Jays, and if Jaime Lewan goes off like he did on Tuesday, this can get very ugly and out of hand quickly.
Just don't force the ball. If you don't force the ball, you're not going to turn it over. It's science. It's math.
Sports science, maybe?
Sports science, yeah.
Okay. Finally, the stars in line for Jaime Lewan to put himself in that category of being one of the best lower division quarterbacks.
Yeah, he's been doing it. He's been doing it without the best receiving core. I know Mo Dykman, sorry. He won the receiver of the year,
right.
But maybe that's just a product of Hyman's system. I don't know. But Hyman has proven that he's a really good quarterback, and he's gotten so much better every single year. It's very impressive.
It's just his reads are so crisp. Like he just knows. Like if his deep ball's not open, he's got a safety valve to his left or right.
His play calling is by far the best in this division,
especially in Div 5.
Yeah.
Okay, final 4 picks. We got 2 games to look at here. Gators Jagerbomb, 4.5 points for Gators.
I'm going Gators on this one for sure.
All right, Jays the U, 5.5 points for the Jays.
I'm going the U to keep it close, but Jays to win the game.
Okay, fair enough then. A reminder, we have our press conference next Thursday. We'll post it up on the Facebook wall or send out an email to the captains. Eagle can explain it to you, but it'll be very confusing.
It's going to be on youtube.com/flag. No, at our Flag Plus wall, and it's going to be a Google, what is it called? Google Plus Hangouts.
Yes.
On air, and it's going to be very cool, very interactive.
And of course,
we're breaking boundaries here at FBF.
We are. The Div 5 final actually will be next Saturday, 5 p.m., but probably 5:05 or 5:10 to be exact. I like to have
Just
more.
be there at 5 o'clock if you want to watch a great game.
Yeah, exactly. Terry Tam and I will have the play-by-play call as
Yes.
well. What did you learn in today's episode?
I learned that either people don't follow me on Twitter because I didn't get any predictions from anybody, but I also learned that if I tweet about 500 tweets during a game, that I'm going to get another 40 followers. I got 71 followers now. Look at that, man.
Elusive,
71.
You're almost at the elusive 74 mark here for followers.
Why is it elusive 74?
Well, it's almost there.
You're special, man. You're special.
Eagle, what did you learn in today's episode?
I learned that I'm really hoping Jaeger Bombs make the finals because the crowd at the roadshow is going to be insane.
And it's always good to have a good crowd.
You know, it's funny you mentioned that if they get a big crowd for that final, then if the Niners make it into the finals, they'll have a big South Shore crowd. They're all from Greenfield Park,
Yeah,
so it
all
could be
boys.
some big crowds on next Saturday you play team. I learned that Jagerbomb loves to take team photos. He definitely
You
did.
learned that today, or you learned that on Monday?
I learned that. Well, we came to the conclusion.
Oh, we came to the
Agreement.
conclusion today
Exactly.
of what happened on Monday.
I learned that Terry Time's buying pictures at the roadshow.
Yes, absolutely. If Matt Bashara doesn't make the finals, we're getting wasted.
Okay. Tradition unlike
Wasted
any other.
choice.
That's it, yeah.
Schnoiz, that's always a popular thing. All right,
We
come
gotta
up
work
next
on
to
our
you.
Tradition, like
GM, what did you learn today in this episode of Div 5? Anything you learned?
Would we like to throw you under the bus in the podcast?
Okay, perfect. Come up next, the Uncle Mike Show. Professional boxer. I can't read this handwriting here. Eric
Bazinian.
Bazinian, my apologies.
Inch says.
We'll be on with Uncle Mike. Come up in 10 minutes, I believe. Jessica, as always, pleasure. Eagle, great job. GM, great job. GM,
Good job, Terry.
Oh, so you guys have the same shirt, man, you know? I see you stolen our handshake from Darren and I.
Or you stole it from me.
Okay, relax.
This has been like 9 years in the making.
We had this for 5 years running here. my
9 right
friend.
here.
Okay, sure.
Before we met.
You guys weren't even friends 9 years ago.
Yeah, but we have a championship together.
Good morning, South Korea.